Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's almost time!
Hello, and welcome to a very special Wednesday edition of It's Almost Time. Yeah, that's right, over here at It's Almost Time, we are more inconsistent than your woman's period. It's all good, though. My name is A1. Welcome to the show. With me tonight, we got the resident hater, Mr. Paul Wilby. How you doing, Mr.
Hell
Paul?
Yeah, dude.
Other than being a little too tired.
Fuck the feds, fuck True TV, and fuck Manel Cop.
And I am Mr. AKA Mohammed Nokayev tonight, and I guess we will get right into that. You know, just to explain the nickname.
Imagine being an undefeated fucking prospect and getting cut. What a fucking shithead.
Yeah, so Mohammed Mokayev, I almost said Nokayev, was not re-signed to his UFC contract. I think he had I don't remember what the actual, like, how many fights he had. He had 7 fights in the UFC, went undefeated, and was not re-signed. There's a little bit of speculation as far as what happened. There obviously, besides the antics of him and Cop going at it back and forth, there was an incident where Cop attacked him and split open his eyebrow, or like right above his eyebrow, right before, like a week before his last fight. That's actually one of the reasons he said that he was basically shooting as much as he was. And then it continued when they met each other at the PI. They ran into each other. Mokayev asked for a picture together, and then after the picture, basically threw a shot or attacked Cop.
Sucker punch, dude. That's some bitch shit.
Yeah, no, that is some bitch shit.
I don't care what he did. At least handle it like a man. Don't be like, oh, brother, let's take a picture for Muslim peace.
Yeah,
and then do the fucking opposite.
To say it, basically called him a not a real Muslim, that you're a hater, this and that, and he was justified in doing so. But these two went back and forth all fucking week about how they were going to kill each other. And then not a whole lot happened. We're going to go a little bit out of order. This was still on the prelims because I think the UFC was already unhappy. They were originally on the main card, and Mokayev ruffled the wrong feathers because he got pushed to prelims and then to the prelims and then back up to the prelims. Fight went about how I thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to be a little bit more entertaining, to be honest. I thought Cop was definitely going to get some better shots in, and Mokayev was going to work some better ground game. But since this was my pick,
parlay boys,
Mokayev won a unanimous decision victory over Manel Cop. Again, with the bad blood prior to it, it should have ended in a finish, period. But there was some controversy in it. I think it was in the second round. Mokayev got a takedown and literally once had Cop down, pulled his shorts down, like from the back, basically mooned the crowd with Cop's ass.
Hell yeah, dude.
Got warned by it. It was funny. I think I don't remember for sure who the ref was. I think it might have been Mergliata, but I could be wrong on that. Basically yelled at him like a dad yells at their child. You don't do that. Yeah, if I got to tell you again, you're going to your room. Yeah, no, it was funny. I laughed in real time. But yeah, Mokayev won the unanimous decision victory. The press conference after, basically, one of the pressers asked Mokayev what was going on with his contract. He said, hey, I haven't been re-signed. I don't know what's happening. Some of the matchmakers have been telling me I shoot too much, which I mean, he's a Dagestani-based wrestler, so that's kind of their bread and butter. But then Dana White did an interview after the whole card went down and basically said, "Hey, Makayev's contract is up. He has not been re-signed, and I think PFL is about to get a really good undefeated fighter. Good luck."
You know why he said that?
Supposedly, Mokaev was going to other promotions trying to get an offer so he could bring back to the UFC to use his leverage. Now, Mokaev's manager has come out after the fact and saying that is not the case. And actually, if you look at PFL, they don't have a flyweight division, so it wouldn't make sense for Mokaev to even be talking to the PFL. It could have been one FC.
Yeah, that's such a small issue.
What's that?
That's such a small issue. UFC didn't have a 155 division either, but Kayla Harrison's still over there.
Yeah, no, but no, PFL doesn't have a flyweight division, so where's Mokaev gonna fight?
Right. I mean, he could just fight the next one up. Like, there's no one.
Yeah, no weight cut.
Yeah.
But and supposedly his manager says his cap. I think it's a combination of that and the fact that there are some people at the UFC that probably don't like Mokaev. But you have a number 6 ranked fighter in a division, and you don't re-sign him. There just had to have been a lot. I think they were just tired of the headache. Seemed like there was always drama with Mokaev. And yeah, so Muhammad Mokaev actually, as of yesterday, when the rankings came out, was completely removed. A couple fighters got bumped up, and number 15 is now I think Cody Durden. But it surprises me just because of the fact, Mokaev is an undefeated fighter and also 7-0 in the UFC. Had some finishes, and one thing I think that made me a Mokaev fan was his debut. He got caught in that leg lock or like a leg bar and did not tap, completely shredded his fucking knee because he didn't tap, and then went on to go on and submit the guy that he was fighting. Dude had that dog in him. Me personally, I would have put up with the bullshit just because this dude's got talent. But they didn't decide to go that route. They released him, and as of right now, Muhammad Mokaev is a free agent. I guess we'll see where he'll land. This dude's only 23. I think he actually just turned 24 today, yesterday, or tomorrow. Like, dude's literally still early 20s, got a lot of career in front of him. And my guess is, especially if he keeps going on and killing it, we might see him back in the UFC. It's not like one of them Paul Daly things where he punched somebody after the bell. I could see them letting this dude mature a little bit and possibly getting another shot. It's just not going to be for the next couple of years.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know whose hand he bit, but he definitely ruffled some feathers.
That's what happens when you try to negotiate with other promotions while under a non-compete clause.
Well, yep, but
he didn't get fucking sued. He probably would have got sued if they could prove it.
Well, no, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like that if it was legit, that they would already be having litigation going. I think this was just another excuse for them not to re-sign him, especially.
Yeah, but why would they look for an excuse not to sign an undefeated prospect?
Just the behind the scenes antics, the beef. Manel Kape's not the only person that Muhammad Mokaev has had beef with.
I just don't feel like that fits out with the rest of their history. Like, we've had a bunch of people do a bunch of other shit just like this, and they weren't undefeated and they didn't get cut.
Yeah, and again, I think it really comes down to he ruffled the wrong matchmaker's feathers.
Right.
It's somebody that Dana likes, somebody that Dana's got history with. Dana's been on record and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go to bat with 4 of my people. I'm never gonna turn my back on them." And it could be his last fight. He literally was like, I think I even made a comment on it. His prior fight, like, dude was telegraphing his shots, and the reason being, lost Mr. Paul like straight out the studio. But the reason being, he was ducking them shots or telegraphing the shots that he was telegraphing was the fact that he had a big cut on his forehead. He didn't want to get split back open, so he was shooting. And I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm literally basing it off of what he said on why he did what he did. But he said he's been told on several occasions to stop shooting so much. They don't want wrestlers. They want strikers.
Yeah, I don't trust anything the motherfucker says after the sucker punch thing. Come here, brother, fucking picture for peace, and then punch. Like, he's a liar.
Yep. No, and again, he kind of did it to himself. He got himself in a corner, and as of right now, the dude is not in the UFC. So that's that. But thank you for the parlay win.
Yeah, it's crazy. You won, but your boy got cut anyway.
Yeah. I guess it'd be like that sometimes. Since we're talking parlays, we'll go ahead and jump right to the first fight of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Oh,
Parlay boys.
this was Paul's pick. Originally, it was and let me go back and check.
You saw what I was, even though I lost, you saw what I was talking about, right? This bitch can't fight for shit.
No, she can't, and she got gifted some shit. So your original pick, though, and let me just get back here because I literally put it in bold. Where the hell to go?
You know you can pin posts in the messenger, right? And then go back and look at all the pinned posts?
Yeah, I should have done that.
I do that shit all the time.
I
Especially
really
in group
should have done
chats.
that. Oh, and I'm looking at the grays when I should be looking at the blues. So anyways, the original opponent for Bannon pulled out, and Alice Ardalan or Ardalan. My bad, I'm fucking up the name, and you can blame Mr. Lime Bud Light over here.
Ah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm a few deep. I set up this chat. We're a few days behind as far as running our pod. And I set this whole bitch up and then got sidetracked and had a few beers, and next thing you know, I was like, oh yeah, there's podcasts tonight. So anyways, her original opponent dropped out. Alice Ardalan made her UFC debut, which I've been following Alice on TikTok for fucking ever. And if you're not, Paul, I recommend going and following her because this chick is fucking hilarious, bro. It's always a bunch of like sexually provocative things, and it always ends with her giving like the wide eye or like the side eye, like she about life, and I think she got her own man.
Hell yeah.
But she made her UFC debut against God, I'm fucking drawing a blank of the bitch's first name. Shauna Bannon.
Oh yeah.
And Shauna Bannon going into this fight was 0-2 in the UFC, and Ardalan for making her UFC debut looked really fucking good. I actually thought that Bannon might have a little bit of a size advantage on her, but when they started the fight, Alice looked really good. First round I thought was Alice's. Like, literally was controlling the pace, got the takedowns, was moving towards making something happen, and Bannon was playing defense. Same with round 2. I gave it to Alice. I thought that she had done enough to win it in the judges' eyes, and again, figured Bannon was going to need a finish. Bannon, and to her credit, had a decent third round with some stand-up, was picking some good shots, caught Alice a couple times, and she caught her throughout the fight. Every time she got caught, though, Alice would smile and keep pushing forward. This went to a judge's decision, and it was a split decision for Bannon. So Bannon got her first win in the UFC, and Alice Ardalan on her UFC debut dropped a split decision. Me personally, I had the fight for Alice, and I'm probably a little biased. I am a Ardalan fan. I've been following. I don't even remember how long I've been following her. It's been at least 6-8 months or something like that. Literally, was watching all of her other pro fights with the other organization. I'm drawing a blank as who it was, but
was it the female only one, Invicta?
Yep.
That's where. Oh, Shauna.
Ardalan.
Shauna came from Invicta also.
Okay, and let me do my research in real time here.
Because that's where I first saw her for the first time. I was watching an Invicta fight because they had a fight night for free on YouTube, and there was nothing else going on. I was like, "Fuck it," and that's where I first heard of Shauna.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I found out about Ardalan actually through TikTok. It was some TikTok highlights, and then her funny fights or her funny videos started hitting my feed, and I was like, oh. Not only can this bitch fight, she's funny. And she's a little provocative. Okay. I fucks with it. Let me see here. Hold on. How far back do I gotta go? Because no, I actually believe, and I could be wrong, she might have been a double champ, like 2 weight classes.
Damn, okay.
Like, no, this girl put in her work and literally is always in the gym. Yeah, she was a 2-division champ.
You got to come over in August, dude, so we can go to the Hannibal Fight Nights and watch my homie fight.
Yeah, I seen that. Well, August what?
I think it's 28th or something like that. 20-something for sure.
That should be doable. I got plans the 12th, I believe. I think I'm going to see Childish Gambino in Kansas City on the 12th.
My house is probably a little bit over halfway between Springfield and Hannibal as well, so you could just stop here and I could drive the second half. Or whatever. Or we could just do nothing. I just wanted to throw it out there.
Can you tell me what belt that is?
What belt?
Is that the Elite? Is that Elite XC?
The one I'm talking about right now?
No, what this belt that Alice is holding.
Oh, yeah, I can't really tell. It does look like it though.
I believe it's Elite XC, but she was a double division champion.
All right. She's balling.
So she had put in her work, and she did good enough in her debut. She's got signed to a multi-fight deal after the loss.
Versus Muhammad Mokaev. That's so funny.
No, that's what I'm saying. So no, we will be seeing Ardalan again here in the UFC. I'm excited about it. I feel like she got robbed a little bit. She also got her whistle wet, so to speak. She kind of got that experience that them jitters.
She got wet. Is that what you said?
What? I said she got her whistle wet.
Oh, okay.
He said, "Oh, that got wet." Okay. But yeah, no, we'll be seeing Alice again, and I'm excited about that. I really think that the next time you see her fighting in the UFC, it's gonna be better. I feel like she's gonna get the dub, and I really see this girl doing some big things in the women's division in the UFC, especially at that weight. There is some talent, but she gonna run through some cans before getting ranked, and then we'll see how she does once she gets up against somebody that's actually got a number behind her.
That's kind of what I thought whenever I was watching Shauna fight, because she didn't look that bad in Invicta, but you know, UFC is just another animal. It's like, oh, we'll see. And then I saw her first fight in the UFC. I was like, obviously there's a weight discrepancy, but pound for pound, I could fuck this bitch up.
So I'll give credit where credit is due. Congratulations, Shauna Bannon, for getting your first dub in the UFC after 3 fights. Better late than never. Yep. But I've seen undefeated fighters get cut. So no Kayev. And while we're on the topic, I mean, we've already talked about 2 of the 3 parlays. Do we want to just jump into the 3rd parlay pick?
Won't hurt my feelings.
All right.
Parlay boys.
And Mr. Cornbread 217's pick for UFC 304 was actually the main event of the evening. And he picked Leon Edwards against Bilal Muhammad. And wouldn't you know? And new welterweight champion Bilal motherfucking Muhammad. I guarantee you one person's not going to forget that name, and that's Leon Edwards, because he got his ass whooped for 5 fucking rounds. This, like, when I say domination, this is the definition of a dominating fight. When I say, hey, you got to beat the champion to be the champion, that's exactly what Bilal Muhammad did. Right out the gate, probably 30 seconds into the fight, got a takedown, some good control time, and it was actually picking some good shots. When it wasn't on the ground, man, this dude was out striking the sniper. The whole week leading up to this fight, Edwards said that Bilal was slow and he ain't got this and he's getting knocked the fuck out. Well, we should know better than to listen to anything Edwards say, because if you compare the stats after this fight, Leon only has 1 more decision win in the UFC than Edwards. or yeah, Bilal. Bilal only has one more decision than Edwards, and both comparable in the amount of fights that they've had. I think Leon's had 14 fights now in the UFC, and Bilal's had 15 fights in the UFC. Bilal's actually taking the longest road that it has ever taken to get to the welterweight championship. Took him, I think, 11 years or 9 years, 9 or 11. And no, that's not a 9/11 joke. I just don't remember what year it was. But yeah, Bilal took the long road. And it paid off. He told everybody what he was going to do, and he fucking did it. Pure domination. In round 2, actually, started to get a takedown, went for a takedown. Leon was sprawling, kind of fighting off the hands. Didn't look like he was going to get it. And even Michael Bisping's fucking biased ass is sitting over there. Oh, he ain't going to get it. He ain't going to get it. And this motherfucker got taken down, got back up, and then got dumped on his fucking top of his head.
Yeah, I've seen all the memes with Leon's head all flattened out.
Yep, that's why. It was, again, just pure domination. Now, the final tallies had it 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46. But you also got to remember where this fight took place. It was in the UK. So they were already trying to get this fight to Edwards to begin with. And they could only give him 2 rounds. One judge gave him rounds 1 and 5. One judge gave him rounds 1 and 3. And then one judge had it 4 rounds to 1. Muhammad, which personally, I feel like that was the right call. The only round that Leon won dominantly was round 3. Actually got a takedown about 45 seconds into round 3. Controlled, didn't do a whole lot of damage, but literally kept him in check for the majority of that round. But Bilal brought the fucking fight, man, and I got to give him credit because he told everybody all week what he was gonna do. He even called. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna get to this dude so bad that he's gonna have to go back to his corner, and his coach is gonna be yelling at him. Come on, Leon! Come on! You got to go!" And that's how it played out. It didn't play out in the round that Bilal called for, but it happened. Literally in between rounds 4 and 5, he said, "Do I need to stop this fight, Leon? Because you're fighting like shit." And yeah. So that's what happened. And new welterweight champion Bilal Muhammad. Congratulations, man. A lot of people are already saying it's going to be one and done. It sounds like his next fight will probably be against Shavkat Rakhmonov. And don't get me wrong, Shavkat's got a great chance at beating him. But I don't think that he's been tested against anybody the caliber of fighter that Bilal is. So it can go either way. And when it comes time and that fight is scheduled and we go to pick our parlay picks, I'm staying away from that fight because that one could probably go either way. Especially after what Bilal just did. I think he made a case that he's at where he belongs. There's a lot of people, again, saying, just talking shit. I think they're Bilal haters. But like, oh, we got a decision merchant as the champion. Again, look at the decisions. Leon's got 10. Bilal's got 11. They're both decision merchants.
Right.
The only thing good Edwards has ever done in his career was that last-minute head kick over Usman. The rematch was close. Went to a decision with a Colby Covington that hadn't fought in 2 years. Like, what the fuck has Leon done that he's some goat? Oh, he's a sniper. He's going to get you. I don't see it. I've never seen it. Maybe I'm just hating. I was pulling for Bilal, but yeah. But on that note, let's bring up the official 3-way parlay pals tally. We are 25 fights into this year. Cornbread still with the lead of 17 notches and 8 losses. I pulled into second place here with this card. We got 15 wins with the 10 losses, so I'm 2 behind the leader. And Paul, you're still at 14, so let's step it up, buddy.
What are you at?
I'm at 15 now.
Oh my God, am I in last?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wow, that's crazy.
Third place usually means bronze, but here it just means you're losing and you suck.
Yeah, right. If you're not first, you're last.
Ricky Bobby.
Bobby.
But on that note, we are gonna go ahead. I'll just touch on the co-main event because I know people are probably gonna, we already talked the main event. So, and still heavyweight interim champion, heavyweight Tom Aspinall, light work of Curtis Blades. Exactly 60 seconds into the first round. It's actually probably about 50 seconds in. He caught him with a good combo, got him rocked, grabbed his back, and throwing some ground and pound. Me personally, I felt like it was stopped a little too early. Not saying that he would have done much better with an extra 5 or 10 seconds before the ref stopped it, but he wasn't out. Also, the second they called it, he threw up his hands like, come on, what the fuck are we doing, ref? But this is what's going to happen. You go into enemy territory, you got somebody dominating you in a bad position, you're going to run a chance of it getting stopped.
Right.
You want to guess what Aspinall did with his post-fight interview?
Called out John Jones.
Yep. You see how quick you did that? You see how quick you guessed that?
Yeah.
This dude has been begging for John Jones for the past year. Yes, Tom. I got my little man in the background. He goes, hey, he said, who, Tom? And that's exactly what's been happening. This dude wants that notoriety, and I don't blame him. But he's coming across like that prom date that her main date backed out, and now she's a senior and she gets to pick again, and she's just chasing that date down. Yeah, again, Tom, do your thing. You're gonna meet killers. People are gonna raise in the division. That you're setting the bar right now, because we all know what's gonna happen. John Jones is gonna fight Stipe, and win or lose, this dude's probably calling it a night. Like he doesn't have anything more to prove, and like, would I like to see them fight? Yes, because personally, I think Jones fucking gets it done. I've watched Jones for the past almost 20 years fight in the UFC, and every time, how often have we heard, oh, well, he hasn't fought so-and-so yet. Oh, well, so-and-so is going to do this. Oh, well, and every single fucking time, Jones has found a way to win. You can hate it all you want. You can say that Reyes eked out his decision. Didn't happen. You can say that Gustafsson gave him his hardest fight. You're right about the hardest fight, but he didn't beat him. They rematched, and he made light work of Gustafsson. Every challenge that they have put in front of Jones, this dude has come out on the other side as the winner. So again, Aspinall is good. Aspinall is big. But John Jones is him. And I will stick by that until somebody takes that O officially. And Matt Hamill, I'm not talking to you. This motherfucker Matt Hamill is on Facebook begging Dana to let him go fight Jones again. And
Yeah, I saw that. That was actually hilarious.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who saw it, man.
Straight up comical. That dude, CTE's real.
Yep. But personally, I don't know how it's gonna play out. I would like to see them two fight. I don't see it in the cards. I don't feel like Jones has anything to prove against them. And the only people that think that Jones has something to prove against them are Aspinall dick riders and anybody in the UK. You can hate me for saying it. I'm just a guy on a couch.
I mean, I feel like if you're the champion, you have something to prove every time you fight. You have to prove that you're still the champion.
Yep, you're right. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, Aspinall's the interim champion. The interim champion needs to fight the actual champion to unify the belts. Tell that shit to Colby Covington. Because this motherfucker was the interim welterweight champion, never got to fight the champion, and will end up losing to Usman anyways. And then if you look what happened, Covington lost twice to Usman. So, I don't know. I think people, they really want to see that fight, and I get it. But if it doesn't,
I just want to see it because I don't care. I'd rather see that than watch fucking John Jones fight old man Stipe.
Oh yeah, no, and again, me too. But at the same time, I get why this is happening. I feel like, again, I don't care if it's been 3 years removed since Stipe's fought. Stipe has done more and proven more in the heavyweight division than Aspinall has.
Yeah, but I think a win over Aspinall is more impressive than a win over Stipe.
So let's take a second. Let's pray to the MMA gods that it actually happens. Dear MMA gods.
You seen that video of Stipe walking out as an audience member, right? And he fucking looks like an old man hobbling out there in his trench coat.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's just him walking, and he's just like fucking looks like he's fucking hobbling, dude, like an old man.
Well, and to be honest, I mean, he's getting up there in age, but if you also look, I mean, Jones is what, 38?
Yeah. But isn't Stipe like 46?
41 or 42, I think.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. But a quick recap, yeah.
Yeah, he's not 46. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Let's see here. Am I missing any news other than, okay, so Mokaev got cut. We got an and still champion, and we got an and new champion. All right. I'll do a quick little recap here, going through Mick Parkin versus Lucas Brzeski. This ended a round 1 KO. Mick Parkin actually got his first finish in the UFC. He's kind of been there, had a couple decisions, and they were waiting for him to get over the hump. Well, he did it Saturday night. 3 minutes and 23 seconds for round 1, KO by punches, and Mick Parkin looked good. Brzeski had his moments, but that was Parkin's fight. I don't think I doubted it for a second. Next up was Kiefer Crosby and Sam Peterson. This ended in a first round submission, arm triangle choke, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Sam Peterson, the winner, actually set it up pretty decent. He had it locked in. He stepped over, and then Kiefer was fighting it, trying to answer the phone, then wasn't answering the phone, but Peterson didn't feel like he had it, stepped back into full mount, got it locked in, stepped back over into half guard, and got his heel, got himself a quick win. Next fight, was Modestas Bukauskas versus Marcin Procino, ended in a third round submission by arm triangle choke. And this fight was entertaining. This was one of my, if I had to put money on it, and it wasn't talking about the main card, I feel like this one was fight of the night in my book. It was back and forth. Bukauskas had it for the most part, like was definitely picking the better shots. And in round 2, had Procino hurt a couple times, but went in for the kill, had him clenched or like up against the cage, was throwing shots. And man, Procino threw a head kick from on the cage. They were literally like 2 feet apart, like maybe like that, and somehow landed this fucking head kick. And Bukauskas hurt, man, and it was a back and forth, but yeah, Bukauskas got it done, arm triangle. So back to back arm triangle submissions. Next up was Preston Parsons versus Oban Elliott. Boy, let me tell you, I was pissed about this fight. I built some parlays prior to this card even starting, and from the very first fight, my shit got popped because I picked Ardalan. I was pissed about that because I feel like the wrong person got the split decision victory. After that fight, I built another parlay, and was doing good up until this fight. And I remember originally when I was picking parlays, this fight, I didn't like it. I didn't really want to bet on either. I wasn't confident in either one of these motherfuckers. But
see, that's when you bet the over and under, dude.
Bro, I should have.
Like, I don't know who's going to fucking win this, but I know someone's going night-night.
Well, and it wasn't even that. I didn't think anybody was going night-night. I knew somebody was getting a decision.
Oh, there you go. Fight goes to decision. The bet for the parlay.
Son of a bitch. I need to start listening to the hater over there.
Only if you want random ass bets that don't involve a winner.
Always the over under. But Oban Elliott, unanimous decision victory, and I ain't even trying to hate other than the fact my parlay broke. Oban looked really good. And personally, I saw it going this way. This is why I stayed away from this. I thought Elliott probably was going to win, but I picked the slight favorite in Parsons. And Oban Elliott just outstruck him, outworked him for 15 minutes, basically. I want to say it was unanimous. Yeah, the unanimous decision. I don't know if it was 30-27, but it happened. Obama Elliott got the win. He looked a lot more polished than he was the last time I saw him fight.
Obama Elliott.
Next up was the Muhammad Mokaev Manel Kape fight, and again, the whole lead up to this fight, it was like they each had like 5 fucking security guards in between them during the announcing of the fight, and then the fight started, and there was like 3 significant strikes thrown in the first round.
Yikes!
Yeah, no, it was kind of bogus. Also, at one point, I don't remember if it was round 2 or round 3. Manel Kape broke his toe. I don't remember how he did it. I don't know if it was throwing a kick.
It was round 2.
Was it
He
round
probably broke it himself because he knew he was losing and needed an excuse.
something?
Yeah, because
And then after all of the bad noise, they fucking hugged it out. But it was too little, too late. UFC said Muhammad no Kaev.
Yep.
Next up was Colon Lofgren versus Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley stepped in, I think, on like 2 weeks' notice and got himself a unanimous decision victory. Hadley looked decent. I think UFC is happy with picking up Hadley. I think Hadley actually came, if I'm not mistaken, from Contender Series. He might even been from Tough. It was one of the two. But yeah, stepping in on short notice against a tough fighter in Lofgren looked really fucking good. Next up, and bro, tell me how this bitch has lost like 4 of her 6 UFC fights and is still on contract with UFC. We had Molly Meatball McCann fighting Bruno Brazil. And God, I'm trying to think. I didn't know this prior to the fight, but if I would have known it, I want to even place the bet on McCann, and I should have known better because it should be Molly Meatball crushed by Can.
Yeah.
Because every can that they give this girl, they beat her.
She's just Patty's homie.
And that's exactly what it is. They're trying to tailor to this UK market, and McCann's not it. She I guess looks somewhat pretty, but that's all she's got going for her, man. Her
She's got a cool
skills aren't
nickname,
there.
bro. They call her Meatball.
I think it's because she used to work at Subway.
Probably. Did she really? That's funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. Or if it's not Subway, it's some sub sandwich spot over there in Manchester. And yeah, that's where she got her nickname, was because of the meatball subs. But yeah, no, first round, man. Like the stand up from Bruno Brazil was too much. Caught her with the T kick to the solar plexus. Had
Right.
Molly hurt. I actually was surprised that this didn't end in a first round TKO because Molly was wanting to tap, man. The way she was getting hit, she was not liking it. She was not feeling good. And yeah, a unanimous decision victory. And I'm pretty sure it was 30-27. And that's kind of hard to do, going over to the UK to fight somebody that the UK wants to win and then dominating. So yeah, Bruno Brazil got the victory. I'm really scratching my head with who the fuck she trains with, Brazil. If I would have known that's who she trained with, I wouldn't even touch McCann. I will never put McCann in a parlay. I will never bet on McCann again until she can prove that she is about that life. And I don't think she's going to get a chance to be about that life. Next up, we had Nathaniel Wood versus Daniel Pineda. This, again, I somewhat remember it. I think I was a few sheets to the wind by this point. But Nathaniel Wood with a unanimous decision victory. And then kicking off the main card or the pay-per-view, we had Giga Chikadze versus Arnold Allen. Chikadze opened with a very strong first round.
I don't know who won this one, but I almost for my parlay pick, I almost bet on Arnold. Did he?
You should have.
Damn.
Yeah, no. Chikadze had a really strong first round, was landing some good stand-ups, some good head kicks. And Arnold's got a motherfucking chin on him.
I've
This
liked
dude-
Arnold ever since I saw him beat the shit out of fucking Dan Hooker when Dan Hooker moved down to 145.
Yep. And he got fraud checked a little bit. I won't even call it fraud checked. He just kind of got put in his place by Max Holloway, which it's fucking Max Holloway.
Right.
But he bounced back. I think he had a decision victory prior to this fight. And again, Chikadze opened up with some really good stand-ups, some good shots, good head kicks. Second round, though, Arnold started to take over, was outpointing him, was landing the better of the shots, had better pressure, and it was more of that in the third round. Again, Arnold Allen won, unanimous decision, looked decent doing it. Yeah, he's going to continue to try to push his way up that featherweight ladder. Next up, we have RoboCop, Gregory Rodriguez versus Christian Leroy Duncan. And let me just double check on Duncan right quick, because I want to say this dude had some fucking this dude was 10-1 going into this fight against Rodriguez, and Rodriguez was just too much for him. I think RoboCop is really starting to come into his own. Had him rocked a few times, didn't get the finish, but was very convincing, unanimous decision victory over Christian Leroy Duncan. Co-main event of the evening, we had Bobby King Green, or you can call him King Green now because I'm pretty sure he changed his government, against
I'm fully with Patty on this one. What a fucking idiot. What kind of 40-year-old man changes his name to King? What a fucking loser.
Yeah, well, and what pissed me off about this shit too is that, like, we know Paddy Pimblett, he's been hit or miss. Crushes the cans, and when he fights elite competition or 7-fight losing streak Tony Ferguson, he struggles. But Bobby Green, for whatever reason, knew to keep this away from the ground, because that's Paddy's bread and butter, is his jiu-jitsu. And what does this motherfucker do in the first goddamn round?
Exactly what I would assume a dumbass like Bobby Green would do. Motherfucker's like Sean Strickland, but maybe even more dumb.
Ouch. Speaking of Sean Strickland, it sounds like Chris Curtis is back on X or Twitter.
Oh, good. I'm going to go fucking roast his ass.
But he has Sean Strickland blocked for whatever reason, and that's his boy. And
He's such a fucking pussy, dude.
Well, and I guess Strickland called him out. He said, "Come on, dog, really?" And LMAO. But again, this was the internet, so it could just be a meme.
I was gonna say, if you really did call him out, he didn't see it if he's blocked.
Well, no, he went to go follow him, and it said you're unable to follow him. And he's like, "Really? Come on, dog, LMAO." And again, this could be just somebody talking shit or making memes, but I thought it was kind of funny. And actually, this was the co-main event before the title shots. Sure Dog always throws me off. I just see the list and I always forget to scroll up to the big picture. But yeah, first round submission triangle choke. And basically, Bobby was looking decent with the stand-up. Got caught. I think Patty hit him with a leg kick. And Bobby grabbed it and shot in on him. And as soon as he shot in on him, Patty grabbed up the triangle. Pretty sure Green was out. And then Patty went for the armbar from the triangle, but he was already out. I'm pretty sure he broke his shit, though, in the process.
Good.
His arm with the armbar, Patty did. But after the fact that they shook hands, Green was braced up, and Patty said, "Hey, thank you for taking the fight. I appreciate this. Hopefully I see you out in front of the hotel. We could burn a joint later." So nothing but love. And then, yeah, co-main event again. Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blades. This ended exactly 1 minute in to the first round. TKO by punches. Tom Aspinall ends still. And yes, he did use his platform to just straight call out Jones. He said, "Hey, I don't hate you. I just think I can beat you. Let's make it happen."
Another thing that I think about that situation is, like, why does Stipe deserve a title shot when he got knocked out like 3 years ago? Like, why is Stipe getting a shot over the interim champion who's on a tear?
He did end it on a loss. And I really think what it is because at one point Stipe was labeled the heavyweight GOAT.
I guess.
So it's the accolade. It's not the competition. It's the accolade. And John's a smart fighter. He knows that's the easier fight. I think he also wants to get Stipe paid.
That would make sense, yeah.
But let's hope the fight comes together again. Dear MMA gods, I don't ask for much.
What they need to do is just have Stipe fight Tom, and then the winner can fight John.
Well, and what they are doing is that the Stipe and John is targeted for UFC 309 in November. And it sounds like Aspinall is going to be weighing in as a backup.
Cool.
So if anybody pulls out, then that's Tom's fight.
That way, when Stipe has a fucking stroke.
Well, no, and that's what somebody was saying. They said, plot twist. This fight gets booked. Stipe and John in November. A week before the fight, Stipe gets injured and has to pull out. And then it's John and Tom on 1 week notice. Let's see what happens.
A week before the fight, Stipe gets moved into a nursing home.
God, why are you such a hater?
I don't know. It's funny. I actually like Stipe. I just don't care about anything that he does, and I wish he would retire.
No, and if we're talking fair, I mean, any other division below light heavyweight, anyways, you get past the age of 38, and it's kind of you're talking retirement.
Yeah, heavyweight's definitely the old guy division.
Heavyweight and light heavyweight, you can get away with it. Like if you look at Glover fought into his 40s. The natural Randy Couture had a really good run when he hit 40. And half of that was at light heavyweight. But the lighter divisions, again, I feel like what it is personally, what I think is the speed starts to go. You get wise, but you get slower, and it doesn't matter what kind of training you do, you just naturally slow down with age.
Right.
And especially with these smaller guys, you got them young and up and comers, and it's just too much to try to adapt to. And so a lot of people don't do good. And again, this is why you got like a crazy 30-something and 2, like 37 losses to 2 wins versus champions or people trying to fight champions past the age of 38. What is next, though? Because we just covered UFC 304, Muhammad versus Edwards 2. And, yeah. What's next, though? Hold on. Where'd it go? There it is.
Another UFC event.
Another UFC event. Who would have ever thought? We got UFC Fight Night Live, Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov at Yas Island in United Arab Emirates.
Oh shit, is Cumshot gonna be on there?
No, because Cumshot is injured and sick.
Oh.
Of
course. Why would he actually fight in the promotion? That would make too much sense.
Right. No, I'll just run it from the bottom to top. We got Cedricus Dumas versus Dennis Talulian, Jay Herbert versus Rolando Bedoya, Victoria Dudakova versus Sam Hughes, Garam Kutsali versus Jordan Vucenic, Shamil Gazia versus Dante Mays, Muhammad Yahya versus, I'm not even going to try to say that name, and he's a silhouette, so you're not catching me this time. Gotcha. We got Azat Mursakana versus Alonzo Metafield, and those are the prelims. Main card is as follows. We've got Joel Alvarez versus Elvis Brenner. It actually should be a decent fight. Brenner is a plus 160 dog. I actually think Brenner might pull this off. We got Mackenzie Dern, number 7 versus number 10, Lupita Godinez. We have Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chiesa. Diaz and Vicente Luque were supposed to be on this fight or this card, and I don't know what happened, but it's being postponed. So they're not fighting. It's just T. Ferg and Michael Chiesa, and they got Tony Ferguson as a plus 525 dog on UFC. Personally, give me that dog because he about due for a win. I'm calling it now. The title run starts now.
Yeah, oh my god. I'm just entering in my prime, baby.
That Tony Ferguson, the type of fighter to lose 8 fights in a row just to prove a point.
Right.
We have number 4 ranked Marlon Chito Vera versus number 6 ranked Davison Figueiredo at bantamweight. Co-main event of the evening is Arab Emerites versus Michael Olajaychuk. And then the main event of the evening, Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Somebody made a point. They said, I don't know what the United Arab Emirates does to deserve such a stacked card. And I said they pay for it. It's a pretty simple concept. They've got that money.
Way too many people talk about the sport that have no idea what the fuck goes on outside of the cage.
So right off the bat, I mean, we're on Wednesday, so this fight's only 3 days away. What you thinking for your parlay pick?
Well, let's have a gander.
While you're looking, man the stations, because I'm gonna grab me a brew.
Oh fuck yeah, let's go. Let's see. It's somewhat of a low-key card. Ooh. Do I pick the pirate?
So any idea? Did you pick and did I miss?
No, I did not pick yet. I was just browsing.
Here, I'm gonna let you browse, and we're gonna do one of these because we ain't done one of these in a minute. Let me bring up our brand, and we're gonna run a little promo.
Lit.
What's going on? Cornbread, the trash panda. And y'all know how I do when it comes to rapping. You know, I'm one of the best out here. Or at least so I thought. Until I met this man. You see how he rapping? Crew Eileen, cut man, rapper extraordinaire. He gonna get us right. Stay yo. So we got the finished product, you know what I'm saying? He gonna explain what's going on here.
What you looking at? You want to love here. You want your knuckles to be bright. How that feels when you punch?
That's cool.
You got cast on?
Yeah.
When you turn your hand, you want an open palm. Open it up. If you grapple, you want to be able to catch. Hold good. You know, a boxing rap will be too much gauze and tape here. It will be hard for you to grapple.
Right.
But in MMA, I want you to have an open palm, make a fist, give me a punch. You fell down?
Yeah.
Protection here, solid on the wrist, open palm. And that's what's up.
That's what's up. Crew Island. Crew Island, did I say that right?
You're right, baby.
That's what's up, man. Hey, we following them. We gonna get you all the info too. Appreciate you. It's almost time. Peace. What's going on? Cornbread, the trash panda.
And look at him flexing there with Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
All right, dude, I got some shit I got to deal with. I'll be right back.
No, do your thing. So I just noticed that there was a big pop in that promo video. He was talking to dude, and you heard the crowd in the background. I wonder what the fuck was going on back there because I don't remember. Kind of makes me wonder. I'm gonna call it now because he's away. He's going with Shara Bullet, right? That's my guess of what he picks. I don't know who Cornbread's gonna pick, but I got a good idea who I'm gonna pick, and I will let y'all stay tuned to that as soon as he picks his, because I guarantee you he's not picking on this fight. I'm probably shooting myself in the foot with my pick too, but I'll be back at you with it. Let's see. How can I fill some time? Okay, there he is. There he is.
Yeah, yeah, I can't even go into it.
No, I was gonna say I noticed in the promo video that Bragg cut, there was a big crowd pop. Like everybody started cheering. I have no idea what happened that people were cheering. It was probably Michael Chandler, but so any guess as to who you're gandering to pick?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick the fucking Russian pirate guy.
I call it, guys. You stepped away and I said, watch, he's gonna pick Charles Bullet.
Yep, I'm gonna pick him because all these actually, there's a couple other ones I could have picked. I guess I could have picked Cheeto or Figueiredo, but yeah, I'm gonna go Sharapupin.
Okay.
Because it's
You ready
gonna be
for
an
a hot
easy one.
take?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot doing this, but give me Corey Sandhagen.
All right, but
I just feel like, don't get me wrong, Nurmagomedov is really decent and is unbeaten up to this point. But I don't think he's fought a caliber of fighter and that he's going to be seeing in Corey Sandhagen. Corey's been on record too. He said, Dagestani wrestlers, they've got an unbeaten style. And I want to show y'all the blueprint to how to beat this. And I believe him when he says it. This dude's been hovering around in the top 5 at bantamweight for some time, which isn't an easy task to do in that division in the UFC. So yeah, give me Sandhagen.
let's go.
And unfortunately, I don't know who Cornbread's gonna pick, but yeah, I'm taking the Sandman.
Fucking Dale Gribble.
Dang, oh man.
Pocket sand.
Boomhauer. Yeah, pocket sand. Man. But yeah, on that note, it's a little late over yonder. So I believe we could call it a night. We picked our parlay picks. We talked about what's coming up. I won't even talk to you about the August 17th card because that is it's gonna be a banger of a card. I believe that is in Perth. If I remember right, it's going to be a main event. Anyways, I will mention is Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis. I think we got a fight night in between now and then too. After this, let me just double check that. Yeah, we got a UFC Fight Night, Tibera versus Spivak too. And when you have that as the main event, it's safe to say that this card is a little bit of a not a name drawer. Like it's just not a lot of oomph. But mark my words, tune in because those are usually some of the best fight cards. You got some people that haven't made a name that are trying to do it, so probably going to see some fireworks. But yeah, I'm gonna let you tend to your business that you can't even get into. Just go handle that shit.
Oh no, I already did it. It was a very. My son couldn't figure out how to get food out of the fridge with the dog bothering him, so I had to explain it.
Fair enough.
I'm just
my son's over here was trying to tell me that he leveled up to 400 and something in Fortnite, and I'm like, bro, you see I'm busy over here, but dad.
That is pretty sick. He's almost to 420.
Man, he almost is. But yeah, no, on that note, thank you everybody who tuned in tonight. If you weren't here from the beginning, go ahead and hit that recap button. Rewind that shit. Go follow us. Mark my words. We're going to have a new Facebook page soon. I've been saying it for like 4 months, but I'm going to make it happen. Like tomorrow. So let's fucking go. Again, as always, this has been A1 and not always Muhammad Nokayev, but tonight, Nokayev. With me tonight, as always, resident hater, Mr. Paul will be. And look at my finger. Dude, this is what happens when you play with fireworks on the 4th of July.
Bro, I actually shot the webcam. That was crazy.
Oh no. I'm missing
that
finger.
Dang, bro. Bounce back and hit me.
Hey, but y'all have a good night out there in internet land. If you love fights
Yes.
as much as we do, tune in with us maybe next weekend. I don't know how we running this. I know I was talking about maybe just going after pay-per-views, but we'll see how it goes. Y'all stay
If we're
classy,
feeling froggy.
stay trashy, stay hating, and have
That's
a good
right.
night. It's
Fuck
almost
Chris
time.
Curtis.
He said, "Fuck Chris Curtis." You can't help it if he gets brought up at all. You just gotta say it, don't you?
You know, I need to get a list of all the fucking fighters that are on my shit list. I need to make my shit list.
Bro, hey, do it. And even if we don't go this Sunday, just make that. Have it
Bet.
on deck. Have that shit in the chamber. Have a good one, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.